Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by and seeing what I'm up to. My name is Silkyfeather and you can call me Silky. Meet Kevin has some more updates. Let's take a listen.
Hey everyone, Nick Kevin here. Multiple updates today on the big stimulus, the new stimulus bill that's being proposed by the Senate, multiple interviews to cover, and a second stimulus giveaway will be held in this video. Congratulations to the 6 of you who won $200 each yesterday. That adds up to $1,200 that I gave away yesterday, and I want to do it again today. By the way, after this video posts, I will also be posting a separate video breaking down the DNC and Trump's responses. Stay tuned for that. For the multiple of you who asked in the comments and have sent me messages and DMs on Instagram asking for a bundle coupon to add a course to the YouTube course that you have, or maybe you're in the investing course and you want to add the YouTube course, just email me, kevin@meetkevin.com, and I'll personally help you with a bundle coupon. All right, Republicans in the Senate are expected to unveil a new pared-down stimulus package after multiple calls between Senator Mitch McConnell, leader of the Senate, and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, along with Mark Meadows. Remember, Mark Meadows is the only guy who really seems to be reaching across the aisle, negotiating with Democrats right now. He's negotiating with that Problem Solvers Caucus, which is half Democrats and half Republicans. Mnuchin, Mitch McConnell, and Mark Meadows have decided that they're now going to introduce a refined bill that is designed to help Republicans unite around a smaller version of the HEALS Act. Yes, you heard that right. More support with the Senate is needed to actually pass the bill, and in order to get more support in the Senate, instead of creating a more comprehensive bill, they're looking to create a smaller bill. Remember what we had, a $3.4 trillion bill that was passed by Democrats in the House. That went to Mitch McConnell to die. That's why they call him the Grim Reaper. Then Mitch McConnell's team and the Senate introduced a $1 trillion HEALS Act bill, but that didn't get enough Republicans around it to actually pass it. So now they're thinking about introducing a smaller bill. With a smaller bill, they think they'll be able to get all Republicans on board and bully Democrats into submission, kind of like what the Democrats tried to do with the HEROES Act. Democrats have been saying, we passed the bill 90 days ago, why don't you just pass that? Republicans are standing there going, they're right, we haven't passed our own bill, and we can't get enough people around the HEALS Act, so how about we just make a smaller bill, and then we'll use that to bully the Democrats. Oh, so frustrating. Anyway, Republicans are trying this new skinny deal, and here is tentatively what the new skinny deal is supposed to include. Just a quick heads up, the actual text for this skinny bill is expected to come out within the next 24 hours. So when they say the next 24 hours, we'll probably have the text next week. Okay, let's go ahead and pull it up. Here's a flow chart to go through what's in the skinny bill and what is potentially not in the skinny bill. First, we're likely to see $300 as an unemployment boost. Liability protections might sneak into this. Of course, Democrats are only okay with this if they get worker protections and consumer protections. We believe, but we're not sure. Everything in orange, by the way, is something that we're pretty confident is going to be in the skinny bill. Green is, it was in the HEALS Act. We don't know if it's going to be in the skinny bill. Green, $105 billion for schools. We think it's going to be in there, but we don't have any indications that it will. Orange, we do have indications that this item will be in there. And look what else is in green. Stimulus checks. That's right. Stimulus checks are potentially not going to be in the skinny bill. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I thought we had an agreement on this. In fact, Mark Meadows said that Donald Trump is open to the stimulus checks being included and more money for the Postal Service going into this potential skinny bill. We don't know if we're going to see the employee retention credit, work opportunity tax credit, the money for gig workers. We do know that the PPP money will be in the skinny deal. Regarding PPP money, we're not sure yet. There's still a debate around whether or not revenues would have to have declined 25% or 50% to qualify on a year-over-year basis to qualify for the second round of PPP money. We'll see. We don't know yet. Then, we're not sure if we're going to see the working capital loan, the meals deductions, and so on and so forth. We do know, and I just put this here as a reminder, we do know that you can still take mortgage forbearance. Some of you are saying that mortgage forbearance is a scam, and I agree with you. There are a lot of potential pitfalls. That's why I made a video showing you how to avoid the scams. metkevin.com/forbearance just redirects you to a YouTube video, and it gives you a full outline of the scams and things to be careful of. We don't know if the FBI building is going to make it in, but it does look like the $10 billion loan that the Treasury Department's approved for the USPS has to be approved by Congress, and that's expected to make it into this skinny bill. Now, the reason they call it a skinny bill is to keep the price down. And a big thing that would keep the price down is obviously cutting things out, like stimulus checks. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin was interviewed this morning by Jim Cramer. Jim says, why does it feel like people can be reasonable, yet for some reason there's still some crazy logjam over in Congress and nothing seems to be able to get done? That is, the little person is in a void, while Walmart and Home Depot are taking all the profits and all the money and they're reporting staggering earnings. In fact, Walmart this morning said their earnings were so great, but it was mostly in part due to the stimulus programs. And that maybe we should continue doing stimulus programs because Walmart doesn't expect to see earnings like this again. Jim Cramer wants to see the people get help. Steve Mnuchin sort of dodged the question about the small people versus big businesses, and instead said, the good news is people are beginning to spend, and we have many states moving forward through the unemployment process. We've got 5 states approved, 4 states that have submitted, 10 states that are in the process of submitting, and the majority of states should be able to qualify for the $300 boost soon. By the way, some of you in Arizona have already received your $300 boost one time, but you have not yet received your retroactive payment. So we've got to keep an eye on that. When are those retroactive payments going to come? Hopefully, since Nancy Pelosi is coming back to look into the Postal Service, she'll also be interested in sitting down to negotiate, says Treasury Secretary Mnuchin. To this, Bernie Sanders chimed in and said it's actually Trump who refuses to negotiate. Now, none of us are actually surprised that Bernie Sanders would say something bad about Trump, but Trump did personally say that he will only get involved in negotiations when a deal is done. And basically, the pressure is on Congress to get this done. Let Congress, Democrats and Republicans, get a deal done, and then he'll consider signing it. So he has personally said that he is leaving the stimulus check negotiation, the stimulus package negotiation behind. Instead, he hangs his hat on the executive orders. Then, we have an interview with the replacement to Larry Kudlow. What's up with this? We have the coupon code down below because of the Impractical Jokers looking for Larry. And now we have a replacement for Larry Kudlow doing an interview. So we might have to change the coupon code for the amazing courses like Make Money from Home on YouTube and the investing courses. We have Tyler Goodspeed, which this is apparently the acting chairman of the President's Council of Economic Advisors. This guy, I will say, he is literally a mix of James Bond and Vladimir Putin. Just look him up, okay? Tyler Goodspeed. Let me know what you think. And listen to him talk, too. You might agree with me. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like, it seems like a perfect blend of those two people. Anyway, he talked stimulus today. He called the federal government's response targeted and said that we should have more targeted, not necessarily stimulus, but relief. He wants to see Congress recalled, that is, get Congress back to work, and he wants to see a vote on a second round of stimulus checks, more PPP funding, an employee retention tax credit, and more enhanced unemployment. Which is interesting because reporters right now think the stimulus checks are missing from the skinny bill. But here we have Tyler Goodspeed saying we want the stimulus check. We have Trump saying we want the stimulus check. We also want to see more urgency, he says, and we'd prefer to have some kind of inclusion about liability protection. So I'm not sure how familiar he is with the skinny deal, or maybe he knows something that we don't know. We'll see. He does say that this is not stimulus, this is economic relief, and it's important that we provide economic assistance without having to tax people more who are working. That is, if we spend too much money, maybe we have to tax people more. And does agree with the president's payroll tax cut. All right, moving on. The Senate will be holding a hearing on Friday to grill the new Postmaster General to answer to lawmakers about the changes happening at the post office. House representatives are also expected to be back in Capitol Hill this weekend to vote on anti-change legislation at the post office. On COVID, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill has reopened, but after multiple outbreaks again, they've all gone online again. So they're re-shutting down colleges. 71 of 82 counties in Mississippi have COVID cases in schools. South Korea has new restrictions going into place as cases are surging. Regarding the next giveaway, I'm going to give away $200 to 6 randomly selected people. You use the link in the description down below, so that way it'll work. I'll also, if you go to meetkevin.com, put a link on that website. So either go to the description down below or go to meetkevin.com and you'll see the link for the giveaway. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and seeing what I'm up to. I hope, yeah, there's a lot of red coming off the back of that screen. If I make my picture big, I'm sorry. You guys have a good afternoon. Thanks for stopping by and seeing what I'm up to. This is Silkyfeather signing off.